is Peter Ritchie. Peter Ritchie is just a cool guy, born some years back at Accra Newtown, to be precise, Kulikuli. Started my basic school around the same area, Bethel. That's a bit distance from Accra Newtown, but still in the same vicinity. Completed, yes, had my life always around Newtown. All right, so yes, Bethel, like I said earlier, Bethel, those days it's called Igbe School because it's an EP church school, yes, so Igbe School. Yes, some fond memories, why not? I remember how I used to walk barefooted to school, how I had to go to cell with my mom, you know, that morning, afternoon shift kind of school, yes. So when I'm on the afternoon shift, I go with my mom to go try cell, and then right before time for me to go to school, wherever we get to in town, I quickly had to, she would always have my school uniform in one of the bags, so I quickly had to change wherever we get to in town, then I go to school. I wanted to be a military man. I wanted to so much be a military man, no two ways about it. I would leave the house around 10 a.m. all because I want to walk down to 37, just stand there and watch these military men and women going up and down, entering 37 with their uniform. And see, I was seeing myself as a military man. I couldn't fulfill that passion of mine. I couldn't have waited to see myself in that green, the pure green that they sew it like kaftan, like that political suit with the one with the pockets. Sorry. Especially with that brown shoe that they wear. Yeah. But Charlie, it's life. Maybe one of my offspring would be, and I'll be so happy to see that. We all know that from primary you go to JSS. I went to JSS actually, not JHS, no. Then you go to secondary school. But for me, I didn't get the opportunity to go to the secondary school. So right after my JSS, yes, it has to now to be with how to survive, you know. Zongo community, it's all about survival. So I couldn't go all because my parents couldn't raise money for me to, even I think before I completed GSS, I ended up at the Malata market pulling truck, selling all kind of sellable stuff. Yes, trotro mates, selling asweta, not today pure water that people sell on the street, sugar cane, kerosene, mosquito coil, like anything that I could do. And I was doing that because my parents didn't have the money to even register me for BEC. Yeah, so I had to do that at that age. I think I was about 11, 12, thereabout. I had to do that to be able to pay for my own registration to write my BEC. So I say this every time that if not for the thought that I had that let me go and do something to pay for my own BEC, then the reality is that I would be sitting here today not even talking about me completing JSS. So basically that was it, and I couldn't go to the secondary school because yes, they couldn't even pay for BEC registration. How much more would they raise money for secondary school? Yes, so I couldn't go. I started doing cultural dance, so I was part of some of the dance groups in Accra Newtown, all the way to the National Theatre. Then the youth National Youth Dance Company was established called YAP. So I ended up being a member of YAP. So we were training at the National Theatre. In fact, that was when I saw myself on the payroll. You know, now you are working for the government. So I was on a payroll at that time. Then fast forward, I left there and I joined the Residence Dance Company of Du Bois Memorial Center here in Cantonment. So around this time, I was just broadening my mind with reading, current affairs and all that. So it does happen that at the Du Bois Center, I know Du Bois is a tourist, like Pan-African center for diasporans and all that. So one time they came and they wanted a member of us to be the PRO of the group because it's a well-established center, so they wanted things to be done right. And at that time, everybody saw me to be the current person, someone who could express himself in English very well and who could engage people and all that. So everybody was like, Peter. So I ended up becoming the PRO of the dance group. So obviously, when diasporans come there, when it comes to the dancing group aspects, I had to talk on it. And I was using that time to learn things about W.E.B. Du Bois, the man himself, because I go to the library and I read a lot. So I know bits and pieces of how he and even Nkrumah became friends and stuff. So whenever I'm doing my presentation to these outsiders, I try to put things around there. So the center also realized that, hey, I'm becoming very good with even the center itself. So anytime there's even somebody that needs to talk and their main tour guide is not around, sometimes they will just call me, Peter, are you available? Can you come help us do this? I rise there. There was this year, then Shangri-La Hotel was then in full section. So there was these diasporans who came, and after their visit to Ghana, they were leaving back. And I've been praying to God that I want to go to America. Like somebody should just see me and then take me out because I think I'm suffering. That's the whole thing. So that night for that performance at Shangri-La, I prayed a prayer that God should just let somebody out of these people see me and then talk to me and eventually take me out. And that is when I realized that if they say prayers work, yes, indeed, it works. Sometimes when you add faith to it, it really works. So we went for that show, and I don't know for whatever reason that day was. I performed like I didn't have a head. I was a dancer, so you can imagine. I was doing everything, so. But obviously rhythmic, not that I was going off the rhythm because you are dancing with people, so you all had to go at the same time. But I think there was some extra energy that I exerted on that stage that day. So right after the show, we were all changing in our dressing room, and then one of my colleagues came on and said, Peter, so my Akata woman won't see you. I was like, Akata. I mean, for my mind, my brochure now where they come, you know. So I went out, and this woman just saw me. She's called Phyllis Calverson. That's her name, Phyllis Calverson. The first word she just threw at me was, you were terrific on stage. And this is me. Yes, I was current in terms of reading, but terrific as a word just blew me off. I'm like, hey, terrific. So quickly, I was like, okay, since she smiled after the word, then she didn't mean anything bad. So I didn't understand it. So I also just smiled and said, oh, thank you. And then she gave me her card and asked me to send her an email. And I was lost again. Email at that time, I didn't know what email was. But quickly I got home and I had to call my friend. Hey, they said email was being, another way of sending letters, but this is electronic wise and stuff. So go to the cafe, create. So this woman was the reason why I created my first email address. That's kimpet_3@yahoo.com. This some years back. So I started chatting with this woman. Then one time in her mail, those were the days you send an email, you go 1 week, you come back before you come and see your response or whatever. So I went back to the cafe and then she had responded to me. And then she asked me, what do I want her to do for me? At that moment, I was lost. Everybody at that time, obviously, I wanted someone to take me out. So what would you have thought that I would say? But I told this woman, I responded back to her, I want to go back to school. So I told my friends after the response, we're like, no, you know the CC and our friends, all they do culture, they fly out and things. You dare say one. I said, fine, I didn't even know why I told this woman I want to go back to school. So they left it. This woman came back. What do I want to go and do? And because I have this background with the dance and then Du Bois Memorial Center coming in with the tourism aspect and all that, what I decided to do at that time was to do a tourism, airline ticket and hotel, so that I can just learn more of tourism because I was already in that area. So that was even the idea I had. So it was like brilliant. So, and that woman again was the first person that made me walk into Western Union at Malata Market, Oxford Cinemas, just a building by Oxford Cinema. That was the first time I walked into Western Union to cash money for myself. I used to go with one friend of mine whose dad is in France, but mostly the dad sends the money. That's when I get to enter. But that one, I'm more like an aplanqué. But this time, I had my own code, my stuff. I also had to fill on that paper. Then the money was released to me. Truthfully to myself and to God and to the woman, I went straight to the school where I had gone to do my inquiries, Trans-African College, then at Accra, behind Accra Poly, a school behind Accra Poly. So I went, I paid everything. In fact, the money she sent, paid my fees, bought my books for 1 whole year. Mine is to just wake up and go to school. Thankfully, I completed. So I had that certification. Then I was just doing stuff. If I hear about this 3-month course, I'll go and do it. 2-month course, I'll go and do it. Because of my eloquency or the way I speak and my marketing background, because I love to sell. I don't know if because I was selling at the Malata Market, so I picked that as well. I was home with my friend. In fact, I had 2 friends, including myself. We all staying in the same room at Bolgatanga, just around Bolgatanga, Kokomemle. So one of my friends then works with this company where I work now, an insurance company. I don't want to mention names there. This insurance company. So one time I told him, and this is the interesting thing about this. This is a room my brother left for me. So they came to stay with me. So, and then one time I told him, Charlie, I don't go visit house. If you get me a job, wait, so my place, they employ people finish, but if you don't mind coming to work with me. I said, oh, no problem. So when we go to the office, I call him boss. And when we come home, he calls me landlord because the space was mine. So, but then this is how we lived. It was fun and all that. And then one other friend, Joseph Entry, who is currently in France. So we lived like friends. I mean, very good brothers, actually. So he got me into this job. I was in town, then I saw Central University matured entrance exam poster on the wall. So I picked that number, I called, and they said, oh yeah, I can register. They will have 3 weeks tuition before, like tutorials before. If you pass, you write exams after the 3 weeks, then if you pass, then you enter into the school. So I took it up, I registered for it, I went in, I wrote the exams. Thankfully again, when the results came out, they wanted 50. 50 is the pass mark. Anything below 50, you will not enter. And Central, believe you me, is so strict to this. Some of these things is no joke. It's no joke. Thankfully, I got 50, 52 or so, 53, one of them, because it was mathematics, current affairs, and English. And Master Current Affairs. So yes, so I sailed through, and that was it. Entered Central University 2010 to 2014. And then I've been working with that till now. And somewhere last year, no, 2023, 2024, I told myself again that I need to go back to school. So I went to GIMPA, presented my stuff, and I qualified to enter GIMPA. So I did my, so in Central I did marketing, then in GIMPA I did development communication. as my master's. I joined the industry of film. One time I asked myself, because I was already in the dancing area, I was enjoying the entertainment bit of everything. So I one time asked myself that, okay, so dancing, even in my old age, can I still be dancing? And the answer is no. I may admire it, I may try to lecture it, I may try to teach people and all that, but can I do it fully again? And the answer is no. So then what can I still do in the entertainment area? And movie came to mind. And movie, I had to start from the drama bit of it. So I joined a drama group in my church with myself, Prince David, the actor Prince David, Harold Amenya. Yes, we're all in the same drama group, even including Kofi Adjololo. I think they were seniors, but that was the church then. So we're all in the drama, Vivian Acho dance, yes. That's Royal House Chapel. Then IBWC to Royal House Chapel. So it was there. Then gradually I moved to Theatre Mirrors, Captain Nkrabe Father's drama group, Theatre Mirrors. So it was through this drama thing. Then one day in church, we staged a drama show in church. And this producer saw me. Apparently, it was in my church. I didn't even know that I had producers in my church. So he saw me and gave me my very first movie that brought me on the screen, that I could also say, hey, Peter Ritchie, into me, I mean, on screen. So that was the title of the movie? Power of the Gods. Power of the Gods. First time seeing Nonso from Nigeria, Mercy Johnson from Nigeria, even locally. That was my first time seeing Jackie Appiah in person. That movie, I played a twin of Fifi Coleman. So that's how my movie life started. From Power of the Gods, continued to what it is now. Challenging moment. Mostly my challenging moment would always be one. You're not really even on the mind of the director, producer, and then you'll be there minding your own business, and you see a call coming through, you watch it. If you have saved the person's name, then you see the person's name in your mind. Maybe the person is now coming to give you a job on another time. You pick it and it's like, oh, are you free? Would you want to come do something? And I tell myself, yes, of course. I'm an actor, I'm versatile, I'm always, yes. An actor's job is more like the military man's job, because every time you need to be ready. However, you need to be ready, like from mind, body to mind. You don't have to be ready because the person says you should come and shoot. So these ones are a bit of a difficulty for me, all because how am I just going to put myself in character within that short minute to want to give out what you want to give. Yes, on set, if I know the time I need to go on set, then right from home, if it's early, call time, then obviously I let my people know in the office that I wouldn't be around. And in fact, my office understands my job because I was already into it before I came, so they understand my job. So I go on set. If I had to be there the whole day, yes, nobody really, not that nobody cares, but they know where I am, right? And if I had to finish early in the day, the moment I finish, I rush back to the office and I work. Days too that I had to go on set in the afternoon, then obviously I'm in the office, just checking my time. An hour or two before call time, I set off depending on where the location is. I set off, I get there. Obviously, if I leave in the afternoon, then that means I'm not coming back to the office. So Yeah, so I always that is why I'm very much time conscious, because every time I'm managing my time. Yes, lateness to set. I don't think any director would ever hold me on that. Sometimes they even come late. That would be Azali, the one I'm part of actually. That would be Azali, because it took me back to the authenticity of the kind of stories we have here in Ghana. Like that unadulterated stories that we have, but we don't get our writers. Yes, of course, maybe such kind of stories will take a lot of time and money and resources and all that. But Azali is one that I just don't get tired of. I can watch it over, not because of me in it, but because of the entire story. And I was with a friend of mine on the Sprinters Road this week, and she told me that, do I know that anytime she sees me and she remembers the movie Azali, it reminds her of her own life when she also left the north and came to Accra. So that is it. So Azali is one movie that I think Kwabena Jansa did very good, did so well. Aside Azali, all the things he's done are good, but for me, I think Azali is one masterpiece that I'll never forget, actually. Life is personal, so yeah. Why not? I'm not married. That is clear. I'm not married. But I'm responsible. I see myself to be hardworking. I'm not lazy. Yeah, so I see myself to be hardworking. I see myself to be there for people. I'm goal-oriented. Like I always want to achieve. I want to achieve something.